Hi, grade 1. Today we are going to be working in the 100s chart, and we've been doing that before, and we are going to be looking at patterns, and we've been doing that before. So hopefully today will be something that is familiar to you. The first thing that we have to know is what is the difference between a digit and a number. So here we have the number 2. Here we have the number 13. Here we have the number 144. And today, if you were in the classroom, Joelle would be able to put up the star with 144 because today is day 144 of our school year. So these are numbers, and digits are the numbers inside the number. So 2 is the number, has 1 digit. 13 is the number, it has 2 digits. The tens number and the ones number. This is the number 144, and it has 1, 2, 3 digits. A ones, a tens, and a hundreds. Next would be thousands and 10,000s and 100,000s, then millions, but we don't have to know that. So these are the numbers. The number is 2 and 24, 1 digit, 2 digits. So in our math today, we're going to be looking at the 100 square, and you have to find patterns. Now remember, math always makes sense. And this is really hard for us to look for patterns because you can't talk to me and tell me, so I'm just going to ask Joelle. Joelle, what patterns do you see? Well, Miss J, says Joelle, she sees lots of patterns. She sees, look, over here, all these numbers end with which digit? They all end with a 0. Well, that's right, Joelle. Do you see any other patterns? Yes, Miss J. And she looks over here and she says, look what they all start with. They all start with the same digit, minus the last one. They all start with a 6. Why, yes, Joelle. Are there any other things that you see? Sure. Let's go down. There's 2 patterns you should be able to see. First one is like when we did this one. They all end with the same digit. They all end with 3. But if you look not at the ones digit, which is the last one, but the tens digit, which of course doesn't start till after you get 10, look at that. It goes up by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's all kinds of patterns you should be able to see. But if you're looking for digits that stay the same, when you go down, look, the ones digit, these all end with 0. These all end with 6. These all end with 1. But when you go across, then the tens digit stays the same. These all start with 1. These all start with 4. These all start with 7. So when you go across, the first one, the tens digit stays the same. When you go down, the ones digit, the last one, stays the same. So just like Joelle already did, let's count by tens. So you have to start with 10. You know it ends with a 0, so it's over here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So you should see some patterns. You should, since we went down, you know that they all end with a 0. And the tens digit goes up by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's the easiest way to remember that they're tens because they all end with a 0. So it's easy to tell if it's counting by tens. You should do thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you say this number when we count by tens? Thumbs up, because it ends with 0. This one? No. This one? No. How do you know? Doesn't end with a 0. This one? Yes, ends with a 0. You should see the pattern. Ends with a 0, ends with a 0. Doesn't, doesn't, does. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You say them all. Now we're going to count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I sure hope you see a pattern. 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. In the chart, you can see they go straight down. When we're counting, you should look at the last digits. The last digits always go 5 and 0. These all, see, we're going down. They all end with a 5, and then these all end in a 0. So we go from 5 to 0, 5 to 0. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If you see that pattern, you can see how we're counting by fives. So if it ends with a 5 or a 0, we know we're counting by fives. So thumbs up or thumbs down, are we counting by fives? Yes, ends with a 5. No, doesn't end with a 5 or 0. Yes, ends with a 0. No, doesn't end with a 5 or 0. Yes. No. No. Yes. Yes. No. You have to be able to find the pattern. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm not going to go all the way up to 95. That's craziness. All right, counting to 30 by twos. That means we have to say a number, or skip a number, say a number. And we have to do it in red. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Skip counting by twos is a little bit harder. These are called the even numbers, and we have to look at the last digits. Remember, we're looking down. We always look at the last digit, the ones digit. So they go by 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So the ones, the last digit is all 2, all 4, all 6, all 8, and all 0. So when we go next, after 30 comes 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Do you say 23 when you skip count? Here are the threes. No, we don't. So when we're counting by twos, the last digit, the ones have to be a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, or a 0. Signal your answers, thumbs up or thumbs down. When we count by 2, do we say 14? Bing. Yep. 41 ends with a 1. No. 20? Yep. 42? Yep. 35? no 5s. 56, yep. 32, yep. 23 ends with a 3, no 3. 60 ends with a 0. 87. So we're looking for the pattern. When we're counting by 2s, the last digit, the ones digit, has to be a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, or a 0. So you have 2 pages in your book, which I'm going to say are optional because I don't really think it's going to help you find the pattern. It's just make work. So you're supposed to find the pattern in counting by 2s. So you have to write the last number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. And then you do it in the white one. And then you have to count by 10s and write the last number. And then you count by 5s and write the last number. I don't think it's very helpful. But, you know, if your mom or dad or older brother or sister says you have to do it, do it. I think this is more helpful. There are 3 things you could do. In the interactive number chart, you can find all those patterns yourself. In the number chart, helps you figure out where in the number chart all the numbers are, and this one is the hardest one. This one will show me, or yourself, if you actually know where the numbers are. So, where's the interactive number chart? Here it is. So on this one, you can actually practice all of them. You want the 1 to 100, so you can find all the 2s. The last number starts with 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, okay? Or you could count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20. Or you could count by 10s, 10, 20, you know? This is way better, I think, for you practicing your patterns. Or you could grade 1 numbers. We've done this one in class already too.
100 number chart. Click 1 to try.
You want the 1 to 100 chart?
Help me place the numbers above where they belong in the chart.
So drag the 4 where it goes.
4.
Which is easier with
4.
the mouse.
9.
Okay, that's the easy one. And this is the hardest one.
Number grid. Select a chart.
You want the 1 to 100?
It's July 4th, and the city is celebrating with fireworks. There are 10 fireworks hidden in the chart. Can you help me find them? I'll tell you where to look, but you only get 1 chance. The more you find, the better the show. Remember, only trained professionals like me should use fireworks. They are dangerous. 78.
Aha. So now you have to find where the 78 is. So you have to know where the patterns are. So you should know this is the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we know that all of these numbers end with 8, just like 78 does. So this is 8, 18, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78.
Great job! 44.
Okay, there's 2 ways you can find it. These are 1 to 10, all the teens, 20s, 30s, 40s. This is 40. 41, 42, 43, 44.
Yes! 54.
If this is 44, if you go down one, it's 54. All right.
Yes!
If this is too hard for you,
47.
you should not do this one. You should practice the interactive number chart, and you should practice the number chart. If the number chart is easy for you, then you should try number grid fireworks, because then, yes, you can practice shooting off some fireworks at the end. Okay, patterns in math today. Good luck.